In today's video, I'll be sharing 15 tips for traveling in coach on Amtrak that will make your trips smooth and enjoyable. If this sounds good to you, stick around. Hey everyone, I'm Barbara. Welcome to my channel where I give practical insights to help you make informed decisions for a better life. My tips come from my recent experience on an Amtrak train. I spent New Year's Eve and New Year's Day 2025 on the Coast Starlight traveling from Los Angeles to Seattle. My first tip is expect delays. Do not plan to arrive at the time Amtrak says that you will, because chances are you won't. Union Pacific owns the railroad and all others are required to give them the right of way. So I would not make any plans within a short period of the scheduled arrival so that you won't be frustrated if you miss your next flight or your next itinerary. Do not make plans. Do not expect to arrive on time. Now, tip number 2, keep your valuables with you at all times. I would consider packing my valuables in a backpack. And wherever you move throughout the train, you need to keep your valuables with you. I would consider a backpack. Pack your things in a backpack that's very easy to grab. And if you get tired of carrying it, you can put it on your back. Tip number 3, if you have more than one electronic device, you may need a universal adapter. Although there is an outlet near every seat in coach. If you have someone sitting next to you, you have to share that with them, and so you only have one plug. This is a Tisan brand, and I got it off of Amazon. I'll link it below. It is the US. You can plug here. And it has 3 USB areas to plug in. This would be useful for you if you have more than one device. Tip number 4. Coach riders are allowed in the observation car. I would highly recommend that you go sit in the observation car to take in the sights. There's plenty of windows, plenty of light, and you can interact with a lot of different people there. In addition to that, it gives you a chance to get up and walk around the train. Tip number 5, you may want to consider bringing disinfectant wipes to wipe down the seat you'll be standing in and any areas that you go to. In the observation car, they have tables and then they have just seats, but they have little tables on the side. It's likely you'll be using those tables, and the wipes will give you a chance to disinfect the area so that you can use it. Tip number 6, I would at least bring 2 bottles of water with me on the train. The water bottles can be refilled throughout the train. I think the best place to refill those bottles is in the observation car. Tip number 7, snacks. I would pack plenty of snacks. They will save you money because you will not have to buy them on the train. I would use some type of foldable or disposable bag so that when you're done with them, you can either throw that bag in the trash or fold it and put it with your luggage. Tip number 8, the cafe car. The cafe car is open pretty much when the train is moving. It sells snacks and prepackaged food, some food which can be heated up. For example, the hot dogs and the hamburgers, they'll heat up. They will not heat food that you bring on the train. The cafe car is located in the observation car, but on the first floor. Tip number 9, the dining car. The dining car is required to provide meals for those that bought tickets to sleep in the sleeping cars. Coach passengers usually have a chance to go and eat in the dining room. For lunch and dinner, if there's room, they will make an announcement that they have space. And if you want to dine there during those times, once they put the announcement out, you need to go and reserve your spot. For breakfast in the dining car, it's open seating. You don't need reservations, and you can just go sit down and have breakfast during the hours that they serve. Tip number 10, coach passengers have no way to take a shower. So you have to keep that in mind as you're planning your trip. There is no place, no access to showers. Tip number 11, the coach seats are roomy and has plenty of leg room, but it did not make for a good night's sleep. I've heard several people say this, so I kind of knew going in, but I actually experienced it. And although I had an idea, I decided I would rough it for that one night. I could lose a little bit of sleep for that one night. You have to make the decision for you if it'll be the best thing for you. Tip number 12, pack a blanket. I have this foldable blanket that goes in this pack. I got it from Amazon. It's a Pavilia. I'll link it in the description. When it's not in use, it goes in this bag. The blanket is thin and it reminds me of the blankets they used to give on the airline. I'm a cold person. I had on my jacket, but I did cover myself with the blanket and I was okay. Tip number 13, depending on how you're planning to travel back, I would consider the type of bag that I'm using. I have this invaluable bag. It is a foldable, packable bag. It goes into this pouch when not in use. It meets the airline specifications as a personal item. I traveled home on a budget airline that charged for checked baggage, and I wanted to ensure that I had a bag that met the airline's guidelines for the personal item. I would not pack that. I would not stuff it with stuff because I felt like had it been stuffed when I went to get on the airline, it would not have fit. 14, you will have long periods where you will not have internet. Consider that when you're packing your entertainment, books, puzzles. You may want to download your videos, games, movies before you make it to the train. That way you can have some entertainment when you don't have internet service. Tip number 15, I would pack washcloths. I got mine from, they were 2 for $1.25 from Dollar Tree. 2 for $1 for Dollar Tree. The washcloths were for me to freshen up. In addition to the washcloths, I took a plastic bag so that I could put the washcloths in. And I took, this is a regular kitchen trash bag, but I took it so that as I was cleaning myself up, I could put it on the floor and I wouldn't have to stand on the floor as I clean myself up or change my clothes. I hope that these tips were useful for you. I hope that they help you plan if you're planning on taking the train. In addition, if you guys have any other suggestions or great ideas, please put them in the comment. I respond. Please tell me what you thought of the video and the suggestions. And thank you for watching. Come back soon to see what my next video will be.